Boom! We are live. Hello, everybody. It is Sir Willow. Yes, I am alive. And Megatron, Megan, is here
Woo!
with
Happy
us.
Sunday.
I love modern technology because we can do this from opposite sides of the world. I
Yeah.
still remember the days when if you made a phone call, it was, hi,
Do.
hello.
And now we're in different time
Exactly.
zones, and it's like we're right here.
Yeah, 8 hours apart. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But we got a bunch of stuff for you. Megan's got a whole list of Disney and theme park news. I got a bunch of stuff to cover with you, some rumors and other things. And then about 30 minutes in, we'll hit the stuff about what's happening with where I'm at right now. So we'll hit that later on. But looking forward to it. Are y'all ready to roll?
Yeah. Happy
I'm
Sunday.
ready to roll.
Thanks for
Let's
being
see.
here.
I know. It's like, okay, where is all my stuff? Hey, there we go. Let's go. All right. So I am excited. We got a bunch of stuff to cover. I'm expecting a pretty good turnout today. So chat's going to be interesting. I do want to give everybody a heads up. No politics, no religion, no controversy in the chat. We are a safe place for everybody. So please respect that and keep it that way. We are watching it a little bit tonight. But we got a whole bunch of Disney and theme park and Silver Dollar City news. And then, like I said, 30 minutes in, we'll catch my stuff. And for those people that start asking, we're just going to do this. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll, Megan. Yeah.
That. Cool. So, do we want to jump into the news first then?
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. So I do have a little list of some news things to tackle here just off screen. But I also wanted to start with a couple super fun and exciting trip announcements. So I will be making my way to Six Flags St. Louis next month in July. I'm really excited to be back there. That is my original home park for everyone who has joined in more recently in the last couple of years. I grew up there. I worked there for what was only a year, but I'm not exaggerating when I say it felt like a lifetime. So I'll be excited to be back there and get a fun and maybe a little bit of a unique video out of that and just enjoy my time there. So that will be in July. And then in August, I will be making my first trip to Six Flags over Texas. And I've never been to Texas outside of the airport, so I'm really excited to see actual Texas.
I can't wait to hear what you think of Texas Giant.
Okay. I don't know the names of things yet, but I've seen Six Flags over Texas from the airplane overhead.
So Texas Giant, same company that built Outlaw Run, but it's bigger, faster, and longer.
Bring it on.
It'll be fun.
That'll be fun. It will be very much summer when I'm there too, but summer's my favorite time of year. It should be fine.
I think we can start singing a snowman song about summer.
Okay. Puddle! So
For those of you who don't know, Craig's actually kind of here off screen, and he's just off screen going.
Yeah. Lovingly nodding his head.
Yeah.
But those are a couple of fun things I have coming up. So look forward to those videos in the next couple months as well. But then as far as news goes, I'm going to try to not look at my phone too much. But as far as the Silver Dollar City Resort goes, I was out driving with my mom yesterday, and I was in the passenger seat, so I had a little bit more time to actually look over and see what was going on. And I was able to see some paved roads going on at the actual resort site. So it's a little bit of progress, but it is progress, and I'm excited about it.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
They do.
Yeah, they might.
So that was really exciting to see.
Yeah, hopefully vertical construction soon. So,
Yeah.
And I hear there's a lot more land clearing going on, and people are starting to make guesses. They actually talked about what's coming on Silver Dollar City podcast. and conveniently bleeped themselves out.
That was hilarious. I was like, man, they're not gonna actually go there. And then I was like, oh, okay. That was really funny. Like when they were building Fire in the Hole and they wouldn't acknowledge what the building was, or they would just call it like that there is a building.
When they were building Outlaw Run, we were on the train rolling past. It was like, well, folks, you may see a whole bunch of stuff over there on the right. Yeah, that's right. We're growing trees.
We're growing trees. Perfect.
So, yep.
I just realized I needed to switch to the comments tab so I could see what everybody's saying. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm just now switching to that. So that's really all I have
Mark,
for Silver City news.
New resort behind the Best Western. The access road from the resort into the park will be. It's actually up the road just a little bit from Best Western, towards Branson West.
Yeah. They had a stoplight that was already kind of built for a development that was going to be there a long time ago. You might know the TikTok mansions of Branson. that's basically where it's going, except further back towards the lake, and that'll be the entrance.
Yep. So, and then a bunch of stuff happening at Disney.
Yes, I have one Disneyland related piece of news, and then the rest of it is just Disney World, just because there's so much going on. So for Disneyland, the dates for Oogie Boogie Bash tickets that go on sale will be June 24th and 25th for Magic Key holders, and then the general public will go on sale June 26th. And I saw on the website the tickets will start at $139. I don't know what the prices have been in the past, but
yeah. So are you guys doing Oogie Boogie when you go in October?
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to mention. I was like, that may or may not have something to do with the October trip.
Yeah, so, and I don't get to go. So my daughter Amber and Megan are hopping off, and they're joining Craig and his wife, and they're going to go party, and I'm going to be sitting at home going,
Maybe you'll get the next one.
So, and then Carrie here's talking about her trauma. Back when we did the fundraiser for Give Kids the World. So that was a while back. My goodness.
That was a minute.
Yeah, and then Craig for the Oogie Boogie, assuming you can get tickets. But you guys all have fun. Oogie Boogie is a lot of fun. It's almost as good as Not So Scary.
Yeah. So. I love Halloween just as much as the next person. I've never been to any Disney holiday party before, so I'm just excited to see the vibe, how it's different.
Oh, it's definitely different.
So different.
Work on your costume now.
Oh, me and Amber were literally talking about it last week, and I think I've got a good idea. Cool. She always has a good idea, so hers is set.
She does. Mm-hmm. And then she gets frustrated because she has these amazing ideas, and she never has quite enough time to get it perfect. So
but then hopefully
great stuff though.
With me having my planner brain, it'll be like we can talk about it for months, and then I'll hyperfixate on it for months.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you have to share with me off later what you're gonna do. Anyways.
Yeah.
Next up.
Sure. That was the only Disneyland announcement that I was that I had seen in the recent past and was most excited about. But switching to Disney World, we now live in a world without Muppet Vision 3D. I can't believe it.
So
I literally
sad.
Can't believe it. I never thought I would have to say that in my life. But on June 7th, that was the last day to see Muppet Vision 3D in its traditional form.
I heard a rumor. Yeah. I don't know if they'll end up actually doing this or not. But imagine this. The Henson Company is actually talking about taking Muppets 3D and putting it in VR form. Yeah. Where you from home, I don't know if you buy it or rent it or what, but you could actually watch it at home in full VR and see the whole thing.
I would buy a cool VR device just for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really, really cool. So
that would be really cool. Oh, and then I was saying right before we sorry, talked over you. We're getting used to this different time zone thing a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I was saying right before we went live on here that when I was in my bargaining stage of grief, that they should just turn the theater that the villain show is in Hollywood Studios now. They should make it Muppet Vision 3D after that closes. So then the Muppets Courtyard could be revamped. That's just me. What do I know? But I think that would be awesome. Probably not going to happen.
I wish. So we're Rock and Roller Coasters. You've got the old Cars Theater there.
Yeah.
Why don't they?
That's the one.
Yeah. It's like make it a new Muppets area.
Seriously.
Come on, Disney. Get
and
together.
Then my two favorite things in the park would be right next to each other. Tower of Terror and a revamped Muppets Courtyard in a perfect world.
Yep.
That would be fun. Yes. I think I missed a comment up here. Jacob Jones asked, did we hear that Six Flags America is closing? I think that's the one in Maryland.
Yeah, up that direction. So is it Massachusetts? I think. I gotta remember which one it is exactly. Yes, North. We did. I'm not terribly surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up announcing that they've got another one closing as well. But we will see.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of sad. I'm never going to get a chance to get to it, but oh well.
Craig's got some fighting words down there. They could drop Tower, in my humble opinion. Hold on.
Well, if you actually ride Tower properly, yeah, you drop on it. So you should drop Tower and then go up again and then drop and then go up again.
It's a multi-layered comment. That's a good one. Anyway, I think the only other things, so the last day to experience the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island in Magic Kingdom will be July 6th. And this hit way harder than I thought it would for me because I went there, as you saw in my January vlogs. That was the only time I've ever been there on both the boat and the island. And I got attached. I didn't even think about that happening. I was like, oh, I'll go see it just to say I saw it. And now I'm like, well, now I love it. Now I want to go sit on the rocking chairs that face Big Thunder when I feel overwhelmed.
It was such an atmosphere piece. And that's something that the whole Cars thing is going to miss. Rivers of America really tied in. Okay, it's not really Critter Country, but that part of the park and all of Frontierland, it sets that whole theme and the atmosphere. And yeah, they're just getting it out. It's like
they did release updated concept art for the Cars experience, and I gotta say, it looks better than what they initially announced. But it doesn't mean I'm excited about it.
Right. So Carrie's actually, I think, talking about something else you had on your list.
Yeah, that is a flawless segue. First of all, I miss Spectro Magic. Me and my family really liked it back in the day.
The Crazy Clown Parade.
Yeah. Well, that was before I realized I was actively afraid of clowns. But yeah, it was a good time. I was too little. But that does lead us into a piece of my news as well. The next nighttime Disney Parade in Magic Kingdom, Disney Starlight, will start on July 20th. And for the first few showings, at least, they're going to do one at 9 and one at 11 p.m.
It's long overdue to have a night parade again.
Yeah. Way
overdue. Go to the 11 o'clock one so you don't have to fight the crowds.
Definitely. The 11 o'clock's for the night owls.
Yeah. They did weekends and busier times. I always did too when I was working there with Spectro. And yeah, the second parade was always the best one to go to.
Yeah.
Always definitely. The best.
I don't remember a lot of Spectro at this point, but we have pictures and I remember liking it. And now it's time for something new.
Well, let's see. We've got a couple things here.
Yeah.
Okay, Crazy Mike. With Tower, you can drop in on old friends. Nicely played.
You can check in, but you can't check out.
Mark, lots of mixed reviews for Epic Universe. And a lot of that, people are talking about the amazing theming and the rides and other stuff. It's hidden mixed reviews because stuff breaks down. The lines are long. It's overcrowded. New park blues. This is why I tell people, don't go to a park the first year it's open. that's it. I may actually come back to this in a little bit, but it's having the normal struggles that a new park does. So, and then speaking of struggles, Top Thrill 2 is still having problems. Yeah. They're working on it. They're trying, but we'll see. So Top Thrill was an amazing ride. It's too bad, Megan, you may not ever get to experience it because it's nuts.
I was going to say,
Absolutely
I definitely recognize the name from the discussions, but I don't remember where it's at.
It was at Cedar Point. The original would launch you 0 to, what was it, 117 or something, 117 miles. Your face literally pulls back. It's awesome. Great ride. You know, not one that Craig would ever ride, but
probably not. So, probably not.
Let's see here. I'm trying to go through the comments, see what else. Tweetsy will be there to see Rivers of America close.
Good.
Walt Disney World Railroad will be going to shuttle mode starting July 7th, stopping at Main Street and Fantasyland, going back and forth because of the whole Rivers of America closure and them ripping it all up. So, Craig, I hope Epic is worth. Oh, go ahead.
I was wondering if you know if it will also be able to go to Tomorrowland.
Yeah, so it'll be Main Street, Tomorrowland, and then the Fantasyland Toontown.
Yeah.
So it'll be running between those three.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
Craig, I hope Epic is more stable by February. I kind of hope it's more stable by August.
That'd be good.
We'll see.
Both would be good.
That's probably very, very wishful thinking on my part.
Yeah.
But yeah, as they get used to things, and then February is a slower time of year, it should be better. They'll hopefully have worked out the bugs on the rides and everything else. So it'll be better. Let's see. Judy has a good point with the nighttime parade. So it reverses direction. At least it used to with Spectrum. Starts at Main Street and ends at Frontierland to help with exiting the park. But then the last parade of the night, the late one, would go the opposite direction.
Makes
or I
sense.
may be thinking Disneyland there too. Actually, I think I'm thinking Disneyland.
Oh.
But yeah, fun stuff. Let's see here. Have I seen Doctor Who with the World End Billy Piper? I have not seen any of this season's Doctor Who for various reasons. We've been so busy and other stuff. So yeah, I'm way behind on that, but I have heard about that. Trying to think what else there was. Oh, did you mention? You mentioned your other trip, didn't you?
Yep, I mentioned
Texas?
Six Flags St. Louis, Six Flags Over Texas, and then I did have one more opening date, and I am most excited about this one. Will be Test Track 3, if we want to go with that. Will be opening July 22nd, and I can't wait. I have such high hopes for this because I will always miss Test Track in its original form, and Test Track 2 wasn't it for me.
Test Track 2 was just such a waste.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they built a nice pre-show, but the ride itself was...
I know. My dad loved building the car.
Yeah, that was cool, but then you didn't actually test your car or do anything. It was like so much wasted opportunity.
No, it's kind of a Tron wannabe.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. I had not heard about this. Marine Lane Canada put all its rides up for sale.
Ooh.
I had not heard about that. That's kind of crazy. Wow. I'll need to look stuff up about that. Thank you for the news on that one, Ryan.
Definitely.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. So
I had not heard.
Kind of quiet, and I think everybody's on this dramatic pause waiting for something here. Because we got a few comments and questions, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Any idea what they're waiting on?
Don't know. Not a clue.
Not
a clue.
My phone's not yelling at me, so I guess that's okay. Okay. So I've had a couple. Let's see. Is Tron a rough ride for those with sensitive stomachs? If you're talking about the coaster, no. It's smooth.
Yes.
Very smooth.
Or if you're referring to like the ride vehicles, the way you do kind of half lay down. I don't know. It could. I guess it just depends on the person. But as far as the actual coaster itself, it is smooth as butter.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, great ride. Better at night. Definitely better at night. What's better, Tron or Guardians?
Ooh.
Hagrid's.
They're so different. Oh, I can't speak for that one. Not yet, anyway.
But so Guardians is longer.
Yeah.
I think Guardians is actually more intense.
Guardians has better rewritability, 1000%, because you can almost always get a different song, which changes the energy big time.
Yes. So, Greg brings up a good point too. The bike cars on Tron can be uncomfortable for persons of moderate size. I can definitely see that. So
he also apologized above for not getting a package shipped. Don't apologize. But also technically, I did get a package from Craig. Thank you so much. It was for when I had that sound issue in my Silver Dollar City video. I had put my wireless mics in my pocket, and the receiver was still plugged into my phone. And I had done that plenty of times before, but I got too confident, and it cracked. Yeah.
Let me see. Where's mine here?
So I have that. I'm very appreciative of it. I don't know how interesting it would be to open right now, but I can if people are feeling nosy.
Okay. So for those that are wondering what Megan's talking about, when you got these little wireless mics,
yeah,
and that's
the one.
The wrong phone. So you got these nice little plugs like this, and they go into your phone, which are great when you have it there. But if you put that in your pocket and then forget it, snap.
Yeah. Which I had done, and I probably shouldn't have, but then I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I've done it before. That time was not fun.
Yeah. Let me see.
It says do it. Open the package.
So I've been hearing rumors of Silver Dollar City saying it's last year to ride a certain roller coaster. You're probably referring to Thunderation, and that is the rumors. And Craig is saying open the package.
I'll get some scissors. Hold, please.
Okay. And I honestly don't know. I have not been able to get it confirmed or deny whether this is Thunderation's last year. I can say that they've had rumors for the last 3 or 4 years that it's the last year for it. Kind of the same thing with Flooded Mine. Rumors have been for ever since I worked there that it was in its last year, and it's still plugging away. So until you get some sort of official word from them, I would take everything with a grain of salt, especially when they've got a huge amount of construction going on behind, almost said Lost River, the plunge all the way around past Outlaw Run. They've got a bunch of construction. I don't see them starting another construction site yet. So, but we'll see. I'm not in on the know on that one. So I hope if anything, it's got one support that's a pain, and that's what causes it to be rough. Hopefully they can fix that. So, all right. So Megan's got her package here.
I'm trying to do it without making too much noise, and also so I don't keep shaking my table.
I want to see the weird faces you were making here.
Sorry. Trying to be subtle. There we
go.
Subtle?
Subtle? When did we become subtle?
Who? Okay. Gotcha. Let's see. So this is what was in the package. This is exactly how it comes. This is exactly what I use. I know in the January videos I was using a camera that I had bought and intended to use in the long term for my time here on the channel, but it is just I got what I paid for. I'm not happy with it. Like, it worked, but my iPhone 13 does better. So that's what I'm gonna stick with until I upgrade my phone and all that good stuff. But
Samsung S24.
That's a good one.
Much better.
Should I? I'm gonna stick with whatever nickname we refer to as iPhones. Boo, subtle. Okay, well, I can't get it open right now, but it does come with the 2 mics and then you plug in this to your phone, and then you can plug in this to this, and you plug it into your phone. And that's what I had broken. I think I still have all the pieces of my old set just in case. Oh no. So here's my current set, and here is the current, hold on, iPhone adapter.
Oh, wow. You snapped that good.
It broke, but the mics are still great. This I'm also wondering, I couldn't get it to well, it's not that I couldn't get it to charge, but there was another adapter cable that wasn't working, hence the new package that wasn't going right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Craig. I'm so excited to have some better sound again.
Yeah, and cables should be in the package. Let's see. Ryan got a Pixel, which my daughter, I believe, has the Pixel. I think my wife does too, and they enjoy it. I like my Galaxy better. So
I don't dislike. I don't dislike.
Popping up.
Yeah,
there you go.
There we go. Thank you.
So people are asking. So I had the scroll going, but let me just let people know we are safe. We're in Jerusalem. I don't have a map, or I would show you a map. But so if you look at where everything has been happening in Israel, and I'm not going to get into the politics or religion or all that. I'm just going to kind of keep it as factual as we can. But of course, we've had missiles and stuff launched at us. We are under restrictions right now that there's no gathering. Only essential businesses like grocery stores are open, and some restaurants and stuff. So you can go down and get a burger. You just can't eat there. You have to take it with you. And you have to stay near a bomb shelter. So for those of you wondering, if you watched my video about where we're staying, it pretty much is a shelter. I've got a foot thick concrete wall, actually probably thicker right there, and then right there and right there. This is open. So if my siren goes off, I'll just be scooting over a little bit. And we actually have not had any sirens anywhere in the country in 14 and a half hours or so. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But as far as Jerusalem itself goes, we get it much rarer than others because where we're staying in particular, we're in the old city. The old city of Jerusalem is split up into 4 quarters. You've got the Armenian quarter, and we're in that spot right now, the Christian quarter, the Muslim quarter, and the Jewish quarter. And splitting the Muslim and Jewish quarter is the Temple Mount. Well, there's a couple big mosques and shrines there that no good Muslim wants to damage. So they're not shooting at us. So we are pretty safe. We have had a couple alerts. And I've got a special app on my phone called, conveniently enough, Red Alert, that lets me know. But so, yeah, we are safe. We haven't been shot at. We've been good. We are keeping an eye on everything, but with all those closures, they have closed the airports. They got closed from that very first time when Israel attacked. We immediately got alerts at 3 a.m. It was fun. And I have a video coming up that I put together showing those things. And kind of showing our times with the alerts came up and stuff. So I've got it put together, but I'm holding off on it because I really don't want to take commercial advantage of the stuff. But, we're doing okay. Parker, your friend is fine. He's down the road from us. Again, we haven't been hit. So old city Jerusalem hasn't been touched. Our biggest thing is everything is shut down. So, but we passed him a week ago, and he was talking about all the kids he was helping and stuff to somebody else. So, Isa is just fine. So we're keeping safe. Airports are closed. There are no flights in and out. They've done a very few what they're calling rescue flights, and that is fully booked tourist groups and the diplomats. That's it. So we can't fly out because there's no flights. We can't take a boat out because there's no boats. And as long as there is a threat, they won't be, because they don't. It really would not go well to have a plane get hit or something like that. So when they reopen the airport, it will be when it is safe. And then at that point, okay, if it's not a danger, but we did not expect a war. We didn't expect all this. We were looking forward to seeing a lot of the sites and visiting friends. We got to see a few, and we were actually going to go see some stuff today. And then early morning hours, 4 a.m., I get woken up. Oh, look, there's another deal. There went that. So we are staying safe, though. We do actually, I've got a backpack sitting over here in military terms, whatever. It's called a go bag. And it basically has a couple changes of clothes and everything I need. And all I have to do is throw my computer in it, and I'm out the door. If we have to leave in a hurry, we don't expect to use it. The only other way out of the country is not so good crossings into Egypt and Jordan. And then you got to have plane tickets, and it's expensive, and you got to pay your way through the gate. And it's not a good way to do it. So we're at the safest place you can be here. We're actually safer here than we would be in most of inner city of America. How's that? So chances of us getting hit by a missile are smaller than getting hit by a tornado in Missouri. So think about that. Yeah. But yeah, we're good. We're safe. We're ready to go if we do get an order. I get alerts regularly from the State Department, and State Department itself is telling their people here in the country, stay in place, shelter in place, best thing you can do. So that's kind of what we're doing, and we're just waiting it out and hoping things calm down and open up so we can go do some stuff. Or at the very least, it calms down and opens up so we can catch our flights out. We're scheduled to go to Cyprus for a week at the end of July, July 19th or so. And we will see if the flights are going then. If they are, there's a chance that we may end up, instead of being able to come back to Israel, we may have to go back to the States at that point. When we return to the States, we're going to Orlando. So we will either be in Orlando August 2nd, or if we have to go direct from Cyprus, then we will be there July 27th or so. In which case, if I end up in Orlando at that time, I may do some connecting and contacting and begging and pleading and saying, anybody got free tickets? So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But we're going to be down there for a week for a business convention and meetings and stuff. And so it'd be nice to catch something while we're there doing that, but we'll see if that works out. So we'll see how all of that coordinates. Let's see. Carrie, let's see. I call my backpack that I use for when we have to go to our tornado shelter my go bag. Yep, that's what it is.
Same idea.
So, and then Mike asked a question earlier. Let me see if I can find this again up here. Oh, Mark, is there a way to include past Israel videos with the new channel? I can try. I've got them on my Burning Bush, but I can definitely see if I can't upload them there too. Here we go. Mike, being in Israel, do you have to buy a special data package for your cell phone? So last time we were here at the end of 21, I actually brought an old cell phone I had, and we bought a SIM card just for it to work here. And so I carried around 2 phones. So here's the cool thing with being on Verizon now.
Woohoo!
Verizon's top package, when you look at their package deals, their top package actually includes international calling, which in the past was $10 a day or $150 a month.
Yeah. It's
$10 a month more than their next package below. So free international calling, my phone has been working just fine. I make calls to the States like normal. They call me like normal. I have it turned off in the middle of the night so I don't get all the spam calls during the day.
I remember the $10 a day international too.
Yeah, it has been working beautifully. And so I text and talk and use data and everything just like I was back in the States. Now, the neat thing, again, with my Samsung Galaxy S24, if I did want an Israeli phone number, this actually supports 2 SIM cards. It's got a virtual one, and then you can plug in another one. So I could have an Israeli phone number and a U.S. number on the same phone, but I'm not doing that. So, but yeah, it was very cool. We thought it was going to work, and when we landed on the plane, I turned my phone off. It went through this whole little process. You can see it connecting. No signal, connecting, boom. And then I get this text message, welcome to Israel. Verizon has given you. It was really cool. So,
Good.
Yeah, so really neat. Mark, spam in Israel? No, it's actually people in the States calling my U.S. number, all the spammers there. And yeah, so we just ignore that, just like it did in the States. But because of the time difference, they typically call here between like midnight and 5 in the morning. So
I've just now gotten spam calls from our area code, and I'm like, no, I thought I was safe from that.
The nice thing is, as weird as this sounds, because I've had the phone for so long, my area code is actually an old Florida area code. So if I see that area code pop up, I'm like, nope, not answering it because it's spam.
No. Same with my St. Louis. I still have my St. Louis number, and all of the other area codes, or all the other numbers with my area code are like essentially all spam. So I'm like, I'm legit. I promise.
You're legit something. But
I'm legit.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah.
Okay. There's an old reference. Do you even know that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Jacob, any Megan's Park Tales coming up?
Yeah.
You just had one.
Just had the one, and then I don't have, like, I'm sure I'll be at Silver Dollar City at some point soonish. I just don't have like a solid nailed down plan to go do that and shoot that right now. But I think, well, let's see. Today's June 22nd. It might honestly, it might. I can for sure say Six Flags St. Louis might be the next one, unless I can squeeze something in before that at Silver Dollar City. Which, I mean, pull my leg. Come on, but. There's that, and then if you weren't in at the beginning of the stream, there will be Six Flags Over Texas in August, and then whatever Silver Dollar City I do between then. So yeah.
This is a good question. I didn't even think about doing a video about this. How's the food in Israel? Good, very good. Lots of fruits and veggies. I literally have a bucket this big full of apricots. And another bucket this big full of nectarines. And then we've had plums and grapes, and all grown fresh here and not expensive. I'm a huge fruit person. Falafel, schnitzel, shawarma, big burgers. So I need to get some video of some of the food. Now, one thing about Israel, you do not put cheese and meat together. No cheeseburgers. No pepperoni pizza. Now they do have vegan cheese. Also, same with bacon. No bacon. But we were at a place called Harvey's, and there you could get a burger with vegan cheese and bacon. Bacon, but it actually tasted really good.
I'll roll with it.
So, yeah, the food here is really good, and I hadn't even thought about the fact I should be taking pictures. Pizza is available. Corn pizza is a thing here.
I knew you were going to mention that.
Yeah, corn pizza. So
yeah, and one of your friends, I think, is an excellent cook. I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. So this is a good question for Parker. Can you get an exemption on religious grounds on no meat and cheese? No, because they simply don't serve it. Period.
Not even an option, I guess.
Even if you wanted to, you can't do it because they don't have it. McDonald's, when you do find one, their McFlurry station is at a completely separate section than the rest of the restaurant. So that way they don't mix the dairy with the meat, and they won't serve it together. So you can get a burger meal with your fries, or you can get a McFlurry. But yeah, there is no exceptions. So because if they were to make an exception, then they completely lose their kosher ruling on the restaurants, and that doesn't work for anybody that's kosher. So here, one for you, Megan.
Woo!
I don't suggest wearing sandals or flip-flops to the park. As a woman who goes to the parks, what's your opinion?
Oh, no, I love this question. So, honestly, I agree. I like flip-flops in general, but anytime I'm walking long distances, I will be wearing, for me, I love Asics shoes. Hey, Asics, come on the stream. Just kidding, but for real. So I love my tennis shoes. I have worn my Tiva sandals out to Silver Dollar City before, and they just, maybe it's because they're not made the way that they used to be, but to me, they're not good for distance. So
yeah,
I just always go tennis shoes.
My wife is a huge open shoe person, sandals, flip-flops. She has broken them at the parks. She has lost them at the parks. I don't want to say how often I have had to look around to find shoes to buy for her at the parks because there was a problem.
It definitely depends on the person. Like Margaret loves that style, and I just need to have like a more closed up tennis shoe type of thing.
Yep. So
thanks.
I just think I need to make a note here to do a video on the food. So question for both. This is actually almost a Craig question too. Do you wear glasses on coasters, and are there any that you don't? I don't.
You don't ever?
So because I don't have to wear my glasses all the time. They're still kind of a new thing for me from the last year or two. So I'll put them away. I'll put them in a bag or something else, and I can see fine without it. But I know Craig wears his. Craig actually has a strap on his, so that way he doesn't lose them.
That's a good idea. On the other hand, for me, I'm definitely nearsighted, so I have to wear my glasses all the time. I've worn my glasses all the time since the 5th grade, and
Craig's in here waving at us. So.
Hi, Craig.
Okay, go ahead, Megan. Finish up, and then we'll let Craig talk.
No, all good. So then I wear these specific pair of glasses. They have been able to withstand like Time Traveler, Rock and Roller Coaster, stuff like that. So I know if they can handle that, I'm gonna wear them on anything else. That's just me.
Yep. Okay, so Craig's been weighing in on the shoes, and he can weigh in on the glasses.
Yes.
Sure. Just had to switch media there because I had StreamYard muted, and so I wasn't getting the delay. As for, exactly, round and shoes, 100%. Athletic shoes, walking shoes. I personally usually try to take 2 pairs of shoes with me and then alternate between them each day. And that way it gives the cushioning a little chance to rebound. Now, as for glasses, I usually will take and wear them on a croaky style neck strap, but I will often just leave them dangling around my neck on milder coasters. But on flying turns, they actually will not allow you to leave them dangling around your neck. And it either has to be on your nose or in your bag, is what one of the ride ops told me. And interestingly, out of the 8 rides I did yesterday and Friday, the op didn't like me having my hat clipped off on a carabiner on my belt for one of the rides. The other 7, nobody cared. But the one time, it might come loose.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but okay. I'm not going to argue with you. Here you go.
So let's see. Craig liked ficking turns.
Never heard of that turns.
One, huh?
Never heard of that one.
That is a different one, but sure.
But and then Mark was also saying, let's see, where did it go? Craig doesn't ride real coasters.
All depends on how
Tim's almost fighting words.
I mean, I skip most. I like family coasters or other things with few or no drops. I don't like falling. So
nice family coaster like Phoenix.
Could you argue that coasters are falling with style?
Oh, you could definitely argue that.
So would you like to fall with style?
No.
No.
Greg's going to try wearing glasses on steel curtain.
No.
About that.
Now, I will
Um,
throw on glasses sometimes for photo ops. Like at the end of Space Mountain at Disneyland, I have multiple pictures where I've had them around my neck, and then right when we're going into the final pair of turns, boom, and try to strike an interesting pose. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And
one of these days we'll get John Phoenix
on Radiator Springs Racers coming up in a few months, but we'll see how it turns out.
I'm excited.
Well,
I think we can do
we'll
it.
get Megan introduced to Phoenix at some point as well.
Yeah. Was this at Canobyls?
That's the one at Canobyls. Yep.
I remember the older vlogs. I'll get there eventually. Hopefully.
Yeah, I may or may not have something for the next package to send you, Mr. Sir, for that's Phoenix related.
Is this the movie Holes, Mr. Sir?
Yeah. Mr. Sir. That's almost like what we call my son. So if you don't know, my son goes by every name in the book. But then his titles, because he teaches at a college, so he has to go by Mr. He's trained to be a professor. He's also a licensed minister. So he is Professor Sir Reverend Joey Joseph.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor to you, Patrick.
You left out Prince Willow.
Yep. So I like to give him bad time. It's like, you're the Mr. I'm still George.
You're the Sir.
Yep. But yeah, I know at some point we got to get back to Canobyls and introduce you to it, because easily one of my favorite parks. Just a neat park.
I'm planning to do yearly trips to Canobyls anymore. I think I need my flying turns fix along with all my pixie dust fixes.
I can cross my fingers for Lavender Car.
It's just a unique park. I mean, how many parks are there that you don't have to pay admission? And you can go in before the park's open or after it's closed and walk around. They've got a campground that's attached to the park. And yeah, you can get up at 4 a.m. and go walk around the park if you want.
You just glazed over the fact that you don't have to pay admission.
No, you buy a ride wristband or tickets.
Okay.
So,
nice. Is this the same park where you enter in on like the ski lift type of thing?
No, that's Kennywood's got a ski lift from one part of the parking lot.
Well, that's probably what I'm thinking.
But that's only
there is
really
a ski lift ride at Canobyls, and it was operating this week. I didn't ride it because I'm worried I'm not coordinated enough, and I'd face plant trying to get on or off.
No.
And, I don't know. I like enclosed gondolas type rides like that, or the funicular up at Magic Mountain. That wasn't bad either. I kind of enjoyed visiting Wally World. So.
Judy's saying no more ski lift at Kennywood, so I guess they closed it.
Yeah, I thought they removed that several years ago, but it used to go from the upper parking lot.
Dang. Yeah. Well, never mind.
But at some point we'll get you there.
Yeah.
It was one I bragged to my family about it for years, and they were like, yeah, sure. And then when we finally got there with Margaret was walking around and went, oh, now I get it. Now I know why you like this place so much. And I think we did the same thing with Amber last time she was there. So
I think so.
I know
I loved it.
They like to get back.
Cool. Noted.
On the coordination issue, I managed to crack one of my fingernails trying to grab a ring while on the Grand Carousel.
Yesterday or this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Then go into my pocket to grab my trip notebook, and it's catching, and I'm going to have to start carrying a little mini emery board and get a mani-pedi before I go to the parks or something. I'm not sure.
But Canobyls has, 3 carousels?
That sounds right. Yeah.
7 band organs, I think.
Yeah, they've got them all over the place.
Yeah, all over the place. At one of the carousels, you can still catch the ring and throw it at the target. There's not that many of those left. It's got the classic rides like the whip there, the flying scooters that actually fly and crack, where you can Yeah, it's awesome.
Actually fly. Miss Ruth's record is 10 rings. That sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
that's a really good. Oh yes, they're bumper cars. Actually bump. They're not trimmed. They're pretty fast.
Yeah.
Jacob Canobyl says 2. I'm pretty sure it's 3. Are you counting the kitty carousel, Jacob? Because I'm almost positive it's 3. So you're gonna make me look it up here.
Yeah, I've got a map to send you, but I didn't unpack it yet. So I suppose I could turn my camera off and grab it, but that seems like overkill.
Let's see.
They also have a pretty decent app now for Canobyls as well. Although the wait times, it was showing a bunch of things were closed for like an hour and a half after they opened on Friday. And then it was showing everything had a 5-minute wait. And then it got up to a 15-minute wait for 3 things and 25 minutes for flying turns. So I have some screenshots proving that flying turns is more popular than Phoenix. At least I'm going to choose to look at it that way based on wait time.
Oh, poor Craig. He keeps trying. Let me see. Reading Wikipedia. Canobyl says 2 carousels, a small merry-go-round in Kittyland, built by Signing Goldstein in 1910, and then a 1913 carousel built by Kremer's Carousel Works, with a frame by Charles Loof. Let's see. Goodness, I really thought they had 3.
The Carousel Museum was open, so why don't we give that honorable credit?
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I was sure it was 3. Okay, so it is 2. Jacob is correct. I am wrong. I will eat crow, although crow's kind of meaty.
Is that kosher?
A little gamey, maybe?
Yeah. Stringy. How about that? So, anything else y'all wanted to cover?
There was a request to see if the Mega Meow wanted to say hello, and I believe that might work out before we go.
Oh, is she prowling?
No, she's asleep. Which is the best time to catch her with a camera, just in case she decides she's not into it.
I would say may as well catch her now before she wakes up and disappears.
Yeah. Well, let's just try. Hold on. All right. Relocating.
Building.
Da-da-da. She's so sleepy. Hey, what's this?
I wonder if she knows she turned her camera off. Oh, there we go.
What is that?
Ooh.
You say hi.
Hey, Mega Meow. Hi, Mega Meow.
You just woke up.
She's like, this stupid person woke me up and is just throwing things in my face.
I just woke up. We're so sleepy. Oh my gosh. She's like half conscious. What you doing?
Poor kitty.
What do you hear? You can go back to sleep. I love her. Oh, that's a big stretch. And okay.
Do I still have the pink tutu? No, the pink tutu is long gone. Yeah, it was fun. So, Jacob, Canobyls is also prone to flooding. Yes, it is. Love the marks on the covered bridge.
Oh, I remember that from the videos.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I also know why she woke up. It's almost her special food time. So right on time.
Yay.
Ooh, special food time.
Yeah. She gets her wet food at around 2:00. So that's perfect.
Feeding time. Sounds good. We're almost at 10 o'clock here. So time to start winding down. Wow, we've been quiet. I'm hoping. Please don't buzz. Please don't buzz. So hopefully we're hoping we're on the downward trend of this and starting to clean stuff up. We hope. We pray.
Hoping.
But yeah, because I would love to be able to go back to our normal schedule for travel and not have to book something weird. Yeah. I don't want to have to go with the go bag. So
nope.
But, chat looks like it's quieted down. Anything else you two wanted to chime in with?
Well, thank you for spending your Sunday with us, everybody in the chat, and Craig and George as well. This was fun.
Yeah. I'm
It was.
curious how many people those in the chat like having. Do you prefer the real host, the co-host, and do you like the guest crashing the party or not?
Woo! Party!
Yeah, leave a note in the comments on what you thought, and if you like this format, and if there's somebody you could, wipe out. Okay, there.
Huh. We all went.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'll just hide. But no, we definitely love your feedback and love to know what else people would like. Judy's like, I like multiple people.
Yay!
So I guess my multiple personalities weren't quite as entertaining.
Maybe not.
But yeah, looking forward to it. We will have at least one more of these while I'm here in Israel. I'll work on a food video. I do have one video talking about the walls just around here and how there's like all these different levels and ages of the stonework and stuff. It's actually really neat.
Don't sing Pink Floyd.
Yeah, something like that. And then for this channel, I've got a video coming up that's just about finished, talking about some of the weird things that you see backstage at Disney when you work there.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that one should be fun.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's coming up here. I love the ideas. Thank you for the input on what's food like here in Israel. So we'll do that. There was something else I shot too. For here. And then life in the bomb shelter when the sirens are going off. That was actually really, it's a longer video, but even just watching it back again was fascinating for me to watch because we don't have that in the States. So it'll be fun. But yes, Mark, upcoming video, Not Safe for Magic. Definitely has some Not Safe for Magic stuff in it.
Correct.
So with that, I'm about ready to go unless somebody else has something else. Somebody else has something else.
Going.
Sir Willow. No singing. Oh, well, I guess I could do something like, you never know where you're going until you get there. You never know where you've been until you've gone.
It's okay, Craig. It's okay.
Bye, everybody.